All right then, glad to have you join us again. It's still Business Breakfast on iBrand Television. Let's get talking now. Let's take a quick look at what's playing out in the Nigerian capital market. We're seeing a downward trend in trading activities. We don't know why, but not to worry. I have the right man with me in the house to give us more insight into that. Before we get talking, let me tell you, the Nigerian equities market on Thursday continued its movement in the red zone by 0.43%, losing 252 billion naira as the stock investors cautiously trade in line with earnings report as well as corporate benefits. The Nigerian Exchange Limited All-Share Index and equities market capitalization decreased further to 130,736.08 basis points and 58.653 trillion naira respectively. Meanwhile, market positive return year to date decreased further to 38.73%. However, Zenith Bank, GT Co, UBA, Access Holdings and Transcorp shares were actively traded as investors in 8,908 deals exchanged with shares valued at 487 naira, 772.2 shares worth 15.63 billion naira. I did make mention of him earlier, and he's with me right here in the studio. Ambrose Amadion, Chief Research Officer, Invest Data Consult. Good morning. It's so good to have you join me in the studio again this week.
Yes, thanks for having me.
You look amazing as always.
Thank you.
All right, let's get talking now. The market's still in the red zone. You told me, was it not Wednesday, that I think it was on Tuesday, if not Wednesday, that we're going to be, I think it was on Tuesday, that the market is going to continue on a mixed trading session. But here we are, 3 days after the holidays, we're still on the red. What do you have to say? What are the sentiments and the fundamentals responsible for this?
Yeah, I would say that if you still look at the market internals, which we know tells you the market breadth, I feel that market is still very, very much mixed.
Right.
We're seeing a positive market, buyers and sellers in the market. That mix is still there. The good thing is that as we're entering already the peak of earnings season, you know that all eyes are still on the banks.
Yes.
For those that come so far, this will remain mixed. Because remain mixed, and also the payouts also have remained also mixed. Investors are still kind of what we call a portfolio shuffling and also sector rotation. But for me, Nigeria investors should understand that no market remain an uptrend. We have seen Nigeria market since 2003 has been 2023 has been an uptrend. The market slowing down this time. It's not that the market is bad at this level. Market should panic. No, that says that investors are trying to re-strategize where to go from here. And also, as we expect to see the first quarter earnings for this year. This is the first earnings for this current financial year.
Yes.
Don't forget that we have seen a lot of changes in our fundamentals in terms of the market and the economy, especially in this year. Now the first quarter has come and gone. Investors are now looking at what will be the performance of this company and also the policy direction of the government, how it's going to affect performance for the first quarter. That's why all eyes are still up, because at the end of the day, is this first quarter determine whether we're already in contraction, because we have seen almost the interest rate at the peak, inflation at the peak, then the GDP for first quarter will now confirm really if Nigeria economy is already in contraction, because we saw a kind of a growth in last quarter 2024, 2023, it was smiling, and that's why CBN can tell you that the economy is resilient. The economy is resilient. Interest rates have gone up to the highest in Nigeria history. It says that until that figure comes, that will on the board for investors, because every investment is against the future. But not project with the backward numbers. What are the things? All eyes are still on the what? The March inflation data that will come by next week on the 15th. And at the same time also, I'm going to see that this first quarter number that's coming will shape us, tell us what companies will do in the new current financial year. Because we have seen the performance of 2023 that their numbers are missed to reflect also the last half year of when the government came on board from the month of May last year till date. We have seen the end for what will the first quarter of 2024 look like, and that's why investors are looking at where can I put my money. As a result is coming now, don't forget that the fixed income markets remain in a bit attractive because of a high interest rate we are seeing, and also high yield we are seeing. But those that are really die players in capital market are saying that as far as the returns in the fixed income market is still negative, because compared to inflation, they're looking at where can I make 50%, 40% in equity that can I be, and I can stay ahead of the inflation. That's why we see that people are doing portfolio shuffling, like I said earlier, and sector rotation, and also with the capitalization of the banks. As CBN came last Thursday to announce that yes, also investors are looking at there's opportunity in this capitalization. I'm telling you that this was going to create wealth for investors because it's only to understand who is going to marry who, who is going to also leave
who. Yes, exactly. I like that.
And at the same time, who is going to also at the same time downgrade its operation either to national or regional, or who's going to operate from national to what international. Yeah. But for me, I believe that most of the banks have shown strength. If not that, I say it again that the CBN in their own way, they already have seen the risk of adding retained earnings to capital group. They have seen it is not among both. I tell you, if you add the retained earnings, most of the banks are really solid. Strong, and also, I believe that the banks also have a worth. Since they have 2 years time, that's why any investor is panicking at this time. I saw yesterday that they were kind of profit again in banking stock. Today we are seeing that trend this morning. They should not panic, but the banks remain the most active sector in the market. And also with these activities, the banks become bigger to drive our economic development. For me, I believe that CBN also have given them a long time. I love that 2 years. It's not just 2 years.
Do you think that some of these banks are able to meet up with that 2 years deadline?
Yeah, no, they're giving them till end of April. Give us your what, your agenda, your guideline, your deadlines for prepare. It's just about planning and you take it gradually. And most of the banks they are using planning and taking action. For me, I believe that they will be able to achieve it. But the one they're going to swallow, let them swallow them, and it become better for Nigeria because when your bank have a bigger bank, you can drive a bigger economy. Okay,
I need to understand how the market is still resilient despite these macroeconomic headwinds. We are seeing that we're seeing inflation rate at what it is right now, and interest rate at 600 basis points. If we are to look at all of this now, it really makes me feel like I'm just wondering and asking myself what is making the Nigerian capital market this resilient despite all of these volatilities.
I'm saying that there's still a lot of opportunity in the market. Why? No, the foreign investors are seeing gradually that we're becoming stable if policy will be sustained. Don't forget, look at what is happening in the oil market. We are really improving our output. Yesterday, oil price crossed $90. That is a good thing for Nigeria because if you compare it with our benchmark, our budget benchmark for oil, it's almost far. We have a lot of surplus. For me, how to do this surplus is what matters. But don't forget that this is what international investors will look at. Oh, their reserve is becoming robust. That will not attract them. For me, the market has opportunity. That's why anybody that is planning that the market is correcting, it's just wasting time. This is opportunity for you to take advantage of the pullback, and because when these foreigners start coming, look at the company in Nigeria that foreign investor will enter. That's where it should be big because I tell you, once they are seeing that we are becoming stable, they start coming because our stock are cheap. But I tell you, the highest stock in Nigeria market is about 3,300, and that's about $2. $2. Why you are seeing $100, $1,000, or even on US market? That means bringing that small money to Nigeria, you go to the market to work, to fire. Yes, well, that's why for me, investors do not panic. Don't forget that also the banking sector being the most regulated sector, they like to invest in the market because they know that they are coming in a sector that is well regulated. Yes. And also look at companies like other companies that where we see the whites. Don't forget that the whites respect the whites. When the white man enter Nigeria today, you want to see which are the companies another white man is overseeing. Is the MD or the director. They want to why? Because they know that they have a culture. But most of our Nigeria companies have done well. And this is but the white man that I want to first of all look at something like Nestle, Nigeria Brewery, Guinness, because they know that they have affiliation from their parent country abroad. Yes. For that's why as an investor, look at where you see that there's opportunity. That's why for me, when people are calling me, market is question, I say, do you expect the market is going to go up? No. This correction will be for us to enter. That means that's the beauty of capital market anywhere in the world. Once the market remains in up direction, it becomes it must not be on one way, it must come up and down. But you that sold up, come down, you buy more units. You must have a goal, you must have a plan. When you trade your plan, the market is always good for you to understand. It's not like you must play market every time. It's time for you to hold cash. And that's why timing is also key in equity investment. Let's look at stocks trading at the industrial sector of the market. Now we've seen a kind of strong buyings in the banking stocks, and then we've seen a strong buying in the oil and gas stock. But what's really going on in the manufacturing and industrial stocks? What's really happening in that sector? For me, I don't want to just push me to those sectors that people will look like. I think yes. For me, for the market sector, we have seen already a little appreciation in our naira. Okay. That speaks volume for market sector. Don't forget that before now, it is the FS losses that they are posting. Exactly. Yeah. Now that we are seeing improvement, it's a problem. That means as for second quarter, for me, the investors are thinking, investors that are really serving in this market. Exactly from those companies that has good direction and has good product that because FS that they're not going to expect to post another FS loss from second quarter if started in March and it's more stable. Now with what I've seen in oil price, more money in our reserve, that's the place for CBN to also manage because they already started managing intervention. Because giving to Bureau de change already you are intervening in the market. Yes, that's why we're seeing stability. If they do more, we'll not see naira exchange rate at 1,000 naira, 900 naira. Wow, that would be good for us. For me, it's a pleasure to say this is the time for that gradually going back to a sector that we have deserted before, because that's why in an equity market, sectorization continue.
Yes.
Where there's opportunity, you go. Where there's opportunity,
you pull out.
leave.
Exactly. So let's wrap up now. Let me get your thoughts on your projection on today's trading. It's the last trading day for the week, and do you see the market to continue its downward projection, or you see a slight increment, like get the market miraculously get into a green, going by all the volatility we're seeing?
If we'll see those high cap stocks getting today, we might see green. But for me, the 4 days, if market goes in red today, it's not a bad thing. It's an opportunity for us to position for next week. But good thing is that this is the first trading week for the second quarter of the year.
Yes.
And we have seen red all through. It sends a signal that it's an opportunity. Why? Pullback and correction is the beauty of the market. All
right, I like that. Pullback and correction is the beauty of the market. And with that, we'll end this segment of the program. I'd like to say a big thank you to you, Ambrose Omodion, Chief Research Officer, Invest Data Consulting Limited. Thank you so much for your time with me on the show.
Thanks for having me.